this game is so loud. They never did actually implement any options for the volume settings. But if you think this is bad, you see Final Fantasy 15, the music and sound effects are so loud you can't hear anyone no matter what. So, here it is. Final Fantasy 10. Again. I've done this series once before. And, yeah. I think it was one of my very first years I ever did, too. Good memories. This game's been remade over and over, but I'm happy about it. I know every single song in this game by heart. I'm just waiting for my friend to join, then I'll go ahead and start it up. This song is a little bit more upbeat than the title screen for Final Fantasy X, so I thought I'd just leave it here, you know, while I wait. It's taking a good while, though. I'm just kind of happy to be doing this again. I watched some... No, really, I did. My friend's been busy doing their own things, Red Dead Redemption, and, well, whatever else. But, I don't know, I just been watching other people stream, and again, this kind of just popped up. So... yeah. I do hope this ends up actually going better than the last time, though. I didn't get, like, anybody watching at all, like, during those old days. Except for my friends who I, like, begged to watch us a little bit. It made me feel better. Alright, once it hits the 5-man mark, I'll go ahead and just start. No point in waiting forever, you know what I mean? I find myself talking to myself more than anything else. Is that why I did YouTube? Thought after I talking to myself I would just go well? Probably. Alright, nobody's joined. Let's go ahead and get into this. Shame to have the music cut off. I always use the original, but I think I kind of want to use the arrange this time around. Yeah, sure, I never have. See if I sound like there's any like genuine differences. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up.
listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
Can I have your autograph?
Of course.
Okay, names. Can I put my name in here, actually? Curb. You can pick Kirby. Yeah, sure, let's just do that. I hate how this looks. Do I even how I spell my name on YouTube? Wait a second, I'm gonna take a quick look at this. Yeah, B-I-L-Y. I think Kimberly. There we go. Proceed? Yes.
Good luck tonight!
Nothing to worry about. Oh, if I score a goal, I'll, do this. That will mean it was for you, okay? What seat?
He's blocking the front row! Fifth from the right!
Got it.
Can you sign this?
No problem.
Please?
Alrighty.
Me too!
Take it easy. Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3.
There you are, Robert.
Jesus,
I was waiting for you.
Hey, I got a game to play.
Then teach us after.
Maybe tonight, well...
You can't tonight.
I mean, tomorrow.
Promise?
I'm doing pretty good.
Promise.
I had a lot of mashed potatoes, so, hey. Not exactly Thanksgiving yet, but I'm happy. For a game that came out in 2001, this is beautiful. It's in this... I get that I have nostalgia glasses, do not get me wrong, I do. But Oh, dear lord, is it just so... Every time I come back to this game, it feels so nice. This game came out in 2001. This is half-decent graphics. Mashed potatoes in any quantity is amazing. Yeah,
I was
agreed.
in a coffee
And a
shop
bunch.
running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, Jet, gone, vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanar, I says to myself, what are you thinking?
Yep,
I went running
that's going
straight
to have a
back
seizure
home.
really quick.
We sat up talking about Jet all night. My dad and I never talked so much. Whoa. Didn't mean to reminisce, folks. Anyway, 10 years later, the Jet Memorial Cup tournament is today. The two teams that have won through to the finals are, of course, the Abes from A East and the Duggles from C South. I know there's a lot of people out there today to see the star of the Abes. In just 1 year, he's become the team's #1 player. He's Jet's blood and the new hope of Blitzball. What kind of super play will he show us today? Will we see his father's legendary shot? I don't think I'm the only one.
Make way, make way!
I think I've only ever gotten through that dialogue
Coming through,
once, because you have
sorry.
to kind of wait around.
Hey, I'm gonna be late. Hey, let go of me.
Oh, what's this Blitzball? It's a really cool sport unique to this game, and it's a fun mini game inside of this game, but you know what? I'll just let you watch. This is Blitzball. Yeah, pretty damn close to it. He got that almost exactly.
Orin! What are you doing here?
I was waiting for you.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to understand just from that cutscene, isn't it? Don't worry, it's supposed to make absolutely no sense. At least in the beginning.
Huh?
It begins.
What?
Don't cry.
What the? Huh? Hey, wait! Hey, not this way.
Look. We called it sin.
Sin?
I'll be right back, so.
Take it. A gift from Jack.
My old man?
I hope you know how to use it. These ones don't matter. We cut through.
Sorry about that. Today's garbage day. I feel like I was gone forever. Okay.
Don't bother going after all of them. Cut the ones that matter and run.
This is actually kind of surprising, but this is not the battle theme. Also, here's the fun thing. This is trying to teach you to attack the ones in front of you first, but if they actually can't attack you past that first attack they do, during this scene only. So if you attack the ones behind you, they'll just respawn. And what you can actually do here is you can farm up your overdrive gauges really early on, really quickly. So what I like to do is I like to farm these up a bit. If you farm them enough, you can get all the way to the attacker overdrive buffer, but I prefer just to do this until I get the Slayer. So this is the only place in the game you can do it, and it's because this is a tutorial area that the enemies don't attack you in. After this, you go into another one, but if you actually wait around too long, those ones will attack you, so you can't do it indefinitely like these ones. You don't actually start getting EXP till later though, so you can't really farm these for EXP. You can only farm them for the overdrive gauges. And what overdrives are basically how your character gets their ultimate attacks, which can be used once or multiple times per battle, depending on which overdrive gauge you're using. You can actually tell what an overdrive gauge, like how close it is to full, by those bars under the character's names. Once that bar is maxed out, you can do your ultimate attack. So I won't do this too long. I'll do this till I get the first overdrive gauge, which is Slayer. Which I think is about, say, 20 kills? Not that long. It's almost 100 to get the attacker one, so we'll just do that as the game progresses. I wanted early easy XP. There is that, but it's best to just farm it naturally. Ooh, critical attack. You get double the EXP if you kill an opponent with enough damage that it ends up popping up the numbers over the head that says overkill. You also can get rare items that way. Some enemies actually will only drop special items if you manage to overkill them, which is why it's always set like best to save your big moves for the finishing blow. So yeah. Early in-game tips. This useful stuff. I'm pretty sure you can get through the entire first section and you don't have to worry about the game getting too stale too quickly. Not to mention, the beginning music theme for the chase sequence that you're listening to now is kinda nice. So, any questions? We have time. Well, I have time, don't know about you. Speaking of which, how have you been? Well, what have you done? Actually, yeah. A lot of the early enemies that you find in this game drop, like potions and stuff, which can be really useful inside of the mid-game where most enemies don't drop that stuff at all. In fact, once you get your airship and you're able to go back, collecting early enemies for something called the Monster Arena is extremely beneficial. So, there's always that. But that's the later game stuff, so you don't have to worry about it. Only a few more. Yeah, any questions? Oh yeah, there was also something I wanted to do. There we go. Since you always are jumping into my streams, I just made you a moderator. Congratulations, you're the second moderator ever on this channel. What about party composition? Yeah, what is the early part? Oh. So, okay, hold on a second. Well, what about early party composition? What is the early party like versus mid and late party? The cool thing about this game is as you get more characters, the game opens up more and more. There is only one character that can ever really become truly irrelevant, and that's Kamari, because he is what I like to call the Mimic Lancer, which he like follows the path of any other character you want him to. For example, let's say you want another character with like a lot of accuracy to hit air enemies. You can have Kamari chase after that. But since Kamari is literally just a duplicate of anybody you want him to be, he can become irrelevant depending on what you choose to do. However, Kamari also has his own benefit because he is one of the very few characters, well, actually the only character in this game that can learn something called Blue Magic. His is a special overdrive version, but if you've ever played any Final Fantasy game, you would know that Blue Magic is actually something that allows you to use enemy moves. For example, let's say there's an enemy with self-destruct, then you can actually use self-destruct after you get the ability off him. So that's where his unique part comes into. Every one of the characters has at least one or two things that make them unique. During the late game, that's really the only thing that define them, because eventually you start becoming so omnipotent that you can't tell a difference in just pure stats, but, you know, interesting stuff like that. For example, Auron is the samurai-based character. He's heavy, he takes a lot of damage, and he deals the most damage with basic attacks, but he's also the slowest of all the characters in the entire game. And he doesn't have the greatest accuracy, so quicker enemies he's likely to miss. While Tidus is a speed-based character, he'll always move first in a party, so when you're fighting a bunch of fast enemies that do a lot of damage quickly, it's best to have Tidus out to quickly get rid of them. Every single party member has their place in the game, so... I am really surprised I still haven't got the Slayer one. Then again, I remember I did this for like maybe an hour on my first time figuring it out, just so I could get the attacker one. I'm not going to do that this time around, but I have like the patience to do this kind of stuff for probably way too long. Yeah, basically, big heavy tank versus rogue swift stabby stab. The main mechanic for Auron is that all of his weapons have piercing on them, which goes to an enemy's defensive stat. And some enemies have extreme defense that cannot be penetrated through Mr. Stabby Stab over here. So that's what his like main gimmick is. And a lot of enemies have high defensive resistance to basic attacks, but are weak against black magic, and that's where the mage comes in. Stuff like that. Of course, the white mage, well, is the white mage. You don't fuck with the white mage, you always get the white mage. Keep the white mage safe. Alright, 5 more, and then I'm done, I promise. 1. Yeah. 3. And yes, I agree. 4. And 5. Okay, 6 to make it easy. Done. Alright, let's go. So what's the Red Mage like? Well, the interesting thing is the Red Mage is, well... You can learn both white and black magic on any character, so really the closest thing you have to a Red Mage is if you have one of the characters switch between the two different paths. Or if you complete White Mage, then Black Mage. So, no real Red Mage in this game. It's more or less the thing as you can create a Red Mage in, like, mid-game. Alright, this is the first boss. This boss actually can't kill you, but his minions can. I also got to get my,
Get out of my town!
again.
Some can't wait to die!
So here's something interesting about this boss. He actually doesn't have an HP bar. In fact, each one of those tentacles that you see on him is actually his HP, because every single attack will get rid of one of the tentacles, and once all of them's gone, he dies. So even though the game tells you to do the overdrive, it doesn't matter if you fuck it up or not, because you'll do basically the same amount of damage to him, which is 1, even though it says an arbitrary number depending on if you do it right. So let's see if I can get this overdrive done correctly, because how overdrives work is they all have unique mini-games tied to them. Some I'm good at, some I'm bad at. I'm actually pretty good at Orange. See if I can still do this first try. I don't remember the order. If I remember, it's a circular motion. Alright, Dragon Fang. It does hit all enemies, so that's good. Yeah, it's a gimmick boss. Got it. I didn't remember it off the top of my head, but still pretty good. The leveling system in this game is really unique, and it's one of the best parts. Like, remember how in Final Fantasy VII you had the like orbs, and that was your main way of like getting stronger? This game has its own unique system, kind of like that. Very different, but you know, isn't just arbitrary. You level up and get stronger. So the thing about this boss is that all he does is he does an arbitrary amount of damage to you, and then from there will cut your HP by 1/4 of whatever you have. And that's the reason he can't kill you, is because he's cutting your HP by a percentage, not by an actual damage number. So no matter how low I get, I can just keep attacking. I've played Final Fantasy 1, 6, 10, and 13. So I kind of jumped around. Yeah, your arcade can see that the damage numbers are getting really low on what he's doing. Alright, one more attack and that should be it. Oops, there we go. Alright, suck it, nerd. Suck it, nerd. Tentacle hentai squid. Alright. So, just so you know, whenever it goes into the save screen, it will always make the screen blue. So, it's not anything wrong with the stream, it's just what it does.
What are you laughing at, old man? Lauren, let's get out of here!
We're expected.
Huh? Give me a break, man.
It's kind of funny. As a kid, I acted exactly like Tidus, because he was kind of my hero, and he represents Sonic way too much, I have to admit. Yeah, here's the scene where attacking the ones from behind you will just spawn more, and regardless, they can attack you anyways. So what you have to do here is you kind of just keep attacking until it gives you a initiative to attack the machine you see. Also, always attack the ones with the flashing wings, as they do double damage with a unique attack. So that's kind of the only thing you have to worry about in this fight. You'll also notice that faster characters tend to be able to dodge more often, like you just seen Tidus did. So that's why he is also pretty good for just dodging any non-magic based attacks, as magic based attacks cannot be dodged.
This could be bad. That! Knock it down!
What?
Trust me, you'll see.
I think I'll be fine. We can just attack the machine now. There we go. Exploding buildings indeed, my friend.
You are sure? This is it. This is your story. It all begins here.
Hey! Hey!
My old man?
I want you to take a good look at this area, because we will be visiting this much later, and it's a very cool Easter egg here.
I thought about a lot of things. Like where I was, what I got myself into. I started to feel lightheaded, and then sleepy. I think I had a dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone beside me, so I didn't have to feel alone anymore. Anybody there? Aaron! Hey!
Okay, back. And here's where we get to have a benefit of me actually playing through this game before. I think it's somewhere over here. Here it is. So there's a unique language inside this game called Al-Bhed, which was developed just for this game, and you can actually learn the language by getting things called Al-Bhed primers. Now, the cool thing is, if you start a new game, you can use one of these spheres you see right here to actually access the save data from another save that you have in this game, and get all of the Al-Bhed primers from that save file onto this playthrough, so you'll be able to actually understand the Al-Bhed. I don't have every single one, but this will allow you to actually be able to read it. As you can see, Al-Bhed right there, Skattikhandra Al-Bhed Medikal Pas Vil Mig. That is what the language is. And now, we're going to synthesize it with my other profile. Synthesizing. And now if that's done right, me back. Did I do that right? Hold on a second. Sorry, this takes a second to make sure I get done right, because I only have the one chance. Okay, I'm back. Okay, at least it's not like Fez, where they make you learn their made-up language and don't even tell you it exists and expects you to learn it. Sheesh. Yeah, this one kind of allows you to learn it through the game, and then once you've done one playthrough, you can go through again, knowing what everybody is saying. So it's kind of a cool concept. However, interestingly enough, it's one of the only 3 languages I know, which is English, Albed itself, and surprisingly a half-decent amount of Japanese. I can't hold a, steady conversation, but at the very least I can read. And here, bolts of light illuminate the black set night. Oh, and just so you know, how Albed work is it's actually just English. However, the letters have been switched out. For example, F stands for, I think... What was F stand for? It's such a hard language to remember by the top of the head. I know it's not T because if I remember, O stands for T. Oh well. Oh, there was more to that.
What do we have here? Nope, can't read it.
This does make me wonder if you have everything that if T's will actually say something, different. Oh, F stands for W. Look not on the left, but on the right. Alright, hold on a second. In the land where bolts of light illuminate the black set night, where Malachiania behind the 4th pillar you sight, look not on the left, but on the right. So it's not a new language, but English that's been... I cannot read that. Encodented? Right. Well, it's acted like as if it was a new language, because everybody speaks it so well, easily. So this is actually interesting. So what we're going to have to do now is, well, find pillars. So is it referencing this one on the right? No. These pillars, perhaps? Macalania Plain. That's later on in the game, if I can remember. I don't know. This is actually something I've never done, so hey. It's kinda cool. Alright, I've already been up here to get the thing, if I remember. Coded? Oh, encoded. I'm sorry, that makes perfect sense, encoded. It was because it was split in half, it's like, what the heck does that mean? But no, that's much more simple than I thought it was. But yes, that's exactly what it is. There's actually a website that perfectly translates Albed to English and English to Albed, and that's how I learned it. I was a child and had nothing to do with my life. I didn't go on the internet because I didn't really have much, and games were all I could really do in my free time. It was actually really cool going through this game once I first bought it, because I was able to actually impress my friends by speaking in Albed when they were talking in it. Yep. This game really rewards you for going off the beaten path with all kinds of small treasure chests and stuff. You can get items that are hidden out of sight, so it's really nice. You actually come back here way later in the game to get one of the single coolest summons in the entire game. Entire game that can actually fight underwater. So the party is very limited when you're swimming. So that's something to take in mind if you're going into a swimming section and losing a lot. That just means you didn't level those 3 characters. Flying fish. Very big flying fish at that. This is another boss that cannot kill you. But this boss definitely is very horrifying, especially when you come back here, because you have to fight him when you come back here. And depending on how much you prepare, this can either be an extremely hard fight or an extremely easy fight. But the first time you come here, you kind of just fucked. But you can't die, so upside and downsides. So how this one does is it does half your HP per hit, so it's very brutal. And makes you waste a lot of potions. Of course, if you know that it only does half your HP per hit, then you do not waste your potions, and instead just whack it a couple times and run for your life. That's right, you just get the fuck out of there.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place. Need fire.
So here's a cool thing. The next boss we fight is actually the very first boss where you can actually die. So hey, the game stops holding your hand. Actually, not that far in, which is rare. Also, here's something I misremembered. I thought there was a staff somewhere inside of this dungeon, and that you can get as useful in the game. But that's actually a completely different dungeon that looks like this one, so my bad. Rare moments, agreed. See if I can remember where the flint is. I think it's in this one. There it is. Surprisingly, the dungeons in this game are usually fairly unique, but since they all follow the old-timey kind of theme, you do end up getting them momentarily.
I need food.
Oh my god, that's literally every human ever. I need food.
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
Hey, wait! Don't go out on me! Nah, just hold on. I'll get more wood. Give me a break!
Ah crap, I forgot to heal before the hand. Oh well. There we go. Red place, spot cut. I love the camera work in this fight. And now, my favorite character in this entire damn game.
You on my side? Cool! Phew. That was close. Hey, let me go!
Fredek Drak! Ifin, Irisa, Tekiaka! Wag, Edeku! Dammit!
Fed!
We kill it?
Rivetek Risa!
What if he's a human?
Drakisha Dale.
They are the same in death.
Ifun Petit!
I
Fapuneket
forbid it.
Fedrik!
We bring it with us. I'm sorry.
Kuno.
Get fucked. You already know that F is W, so you should be able to read along perfectly fine. I already know it by heart though, so.
Kid, did Daija.
Hey, that hurts!
Usujek, Rain?
Whoa. Okay.
Canis!
I know he's saying search him, but I swear to God it just sounds like he said hang penis.
Right, whatever.
Tuli Hood Kabay?
Do you not speak?
I said I don't understand.
Akomala!
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You understand me? All right, I'll work.
Ortiz gets his ass beaten. This is where you actually, but it will pop up in a much later area if you don't grab it. So this is kind of where you learn about learning their language. The idea behind the books is kind of like Titus learning their language after getting it beaten into them after so many damn times, so it's kind of how that works. You know, supplemental learning, but more physical because it's an RPG. I can save later. Nothing's threatening.
Oh,
Alright, so I'm going to let this go ahead and play through it here, that way you can kind of understand how the leveling system works. Yeah, you want to know the cool thing? This is the standard board. I already selected the expert board, which is way different. The standard board sits you on a, like, set path for the character, but the expert board lets you have much more free room to mess around, and you could really fuck with your characters and make them do things that they should not be able to do, or play completely differently. For example, you can switch the black mage and the white mage's roles completely early on in the game. It's awesome! Yeah, the leveling system is so, like, creative, it really makes it fun. And even though it looks extremely complicated, like any RPG ever, yeah, eventually it gets extremely easy to get used to. Oh, and just so you know, the fastest speedrun of this game is 10 hours and 41 minutes. Because this game is when you're just speedrunning it, is like 80% story, 20% game. Because all of the cutscenes are unskippable. So, alright, triangle, spear grid, Garbly Puff. And as you can see, it's already way different. So we can go down here to get scan. Or we can go up here to, wait a second. Hold up. I don't think I've done the expert board before. Holy shit, have I not done the expert board before? I have not done the expert board before. He learns haste so early on. Holy fucking shit. Extract power. Yeah, he can just go straight on the Orin's path if he wants to, which is awesome. We can learn Jinx real quick. I don't really like Jinx that much. Or we can learn Lancet. Scan. Dark Attack's over here, so this is Wakka's path. Jesus Christ. Black Mage path. Fucking Riku's path is only blocked by literally one single level 1 block, and then she can go straight on to anybody's path actually. But it's definitely better that you go on her path thanks to the extremely large amount of HPs that she gets early on, thanks to her low HP when you actually get her. Max levels have all the skills and do everything. Yeah, that... I never actually did that with anybody except Tidus. On my other profile, this entire board, if I can like zoom it out real quick. This huge ass thing. Of course, I was using the standard one, I guess. Yeah. This entire thing was unlocked for Tidus. He had everything. All the other characters were pretty far along, but I'm gonna have a good amount, but they usually only have like 3 characters worth. He just had everything. I really went all in with him. So this is gonna be a new experience. I'm kinda happy about it. And haste is the second best spell in this entire game. So I'm actually going to grab that before anything else, and then I'll figure out what I want to do. Delay attack's kinda useful. Let's see here. What else do you got on your path, Tidus? Takes forever for you to get slow, which is not that useful. Well, normally you get slow before you get haste. Sloaga. Not a big fan so far of Tidus's path. Sleep attack, which is better. Okay, so he goes on to Wakka's path naturally, I think. Unless he goes farther down here. Ah, here it is, Haste Dagger, so this is Tidus's path still. All the way down to Quick Hit. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep Tidus on his normal path just for him. I will probably make some more interesting combinations for the other characters though. And the reason I'm keeping Tidus on his normal path is because haste is just so useful in this game. So we're going to use an ability spear and hopefully get a defense spear soon. So we can actually do that. So we jump into the water over here. Talking to you. Wait. Move it, get to the... Yeah, I get to work immediately. I think I talked to Riku.
We found some ancient ruins right beneath us. It's not active now, but there should still be some power left. We're
trying to
go
play
down
through
there
this game
and
without
activate
haste is incredibly
and then we
hard.
should be able to salvage the big prize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get to work.
Roger.
Yeet. So I won't tell you her name just yet, but this character is one of the 3 that can actually swim, and you get into your party later on. So just like Finding Nemo, the correct goal to this is follow the big chain to the very scary thing. Yeah. Genius. Kind of surprised I haven't run into any enemies. Yeah. How to get ancient technology to work after centuries of being flooded in water. Punch it repetitively. Okay, so this is where the enemies start spawning. And what you want to do here with every single enemy you find is just steal off of them once. Unfortunately, you're not able to get her overdrive until later, so that's a problem. Special steal. If punching your computer doesn't make it work, you're not punching it enough. Ah, you get it. Speed, so So let's swim back, I guess. There should be like an area that's like broken open that we can go into. I think I might have actually missed it, probably. Miku, are you sitting right next to it? I bet you are. At first, I forgot. Once again, ancient technology. Don't know how to make it work? Punch it! Oh my god, Titus, why? I mean, it's efficient, without doubt. Okay, so this was the reason I grabbed the grenades, and this is the last time you're gonna have to use them. So go ahead and steal early on. Go ahead and heal Titus after this attack. Item, potion. And don't ask me how grenades work underwater. They just do. It's like the old saying goes, if violence doesn't solve your problems, you're not using enough violence. I couldn't have said it better myself. Okay, so this is where you are taught about unique events. And these are things that allow you to increase your stats, give you an opportunity to weaken the opponent and slash boss. These happen during scripted boss fights and other unique events, so you won't find them in normal fights normally. So for this one, it's standby, which makes it to where you take slightly less damage and increase your HP. Because he does a very big hit there, as you can see. Yeah, that's one way to kill him, just blow the shit out of him. Grenade! Once again, to stand by. So I'm actually going to potion both of us. He's already almost dead. Those grenades did a hell ton on him. So every action you take in this game actually has a, like, time use scenario. So items have the least amount of time use with a number of 1, while attacks have 2. And other special attacks have farther and farther going times before you're able to attack again. And this is based on your speed stat and which moves you use. For example, the bigger the move, the longer you have to wait before you can attack again. So once again, this implements the idea of using your finisher attacks for, well, finishers. And if I'm correct, this is where we're able to do a pincer attack on him. Nope. Not just yet. Here it is, pincer attack. And this makes it to where he can no longer use the Nautilus Charge ability. Stab it in the butt. There we go. Stabbed in the butt. Death by butt stabbing. That's a sad way to go. I agree. $18 old in high definition, and dope AAA games are coming out almost every single month now. And my favorite game to this day is still Final Fantasy X. So, really does have to say just how much I love this thing. And yeah, it's aged, but not that bad. Okay, can you actually interact with the Albed inside of this? No, you cannot. That's sad. So this is a cool Easter egg. I'm just going to tell you it now. What you see right here is actually an airship. And most people don't realize it because it looks like another part of the rock formation. But this is actually what the Albed is excavating right now. And fixing up. So very cool, because it starts off very, very simple, as you can see right here. Very ancient, hit and beaten down. I've seen games with worse graphics coming out in the past 2 years. Yeah. For most people, it's the biggest turn away from this game. It's like, oh, it was made in 2001 on the graphics second. I'm just like, I've seen some pretty shitty graphics recently, to be honest.
airship.
We found the airship. The records were right. See, airship.
Hoof, roofdu, tungadib.
Now,
Wait, Wichita.
you outside.
Hey!
Bad doggy.
Hey, I helped out, didn't I?
No, bad doggy gets to stay outside.
Hungry. Whoa! Right on.
Hey! It's 'cause you eat too fast.
My body's used to eating too fast.
Hey!
Hello there. What is your name?
Riku?
Whoa! You really do understand. Woohoo!
Oh, Riku, how I love you.
Why didn't you say so earlier?
I didn't get a chance to. Everyone thought we were a fiend.
We?
Oh, we means you.
Who are you guys anyway?
We're Albed. Can't you tell? Wait, you're not an Albed hater, are you?
I don't even know what an Al-Bhed is.
Where are you from?
Xanarkin. I'm a blitzball player. Star player of the Xanarkin Abes.
Did you hit your head or something?
You guys hit me?
Oh, right. Do you remember anything before that?
So I told her everything there was to tell about Xanarkin. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack. And about how Aaron and I were engulfed in this light. I just said things as they came to mind. But then I started to wonder. Did I say something funny?
You were near Sin.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, you'll be better in no time. They say your head gets funny when Sin is near. Maybe you just had some kind of dream?
You mean I'm sick?
Because of Sin's toxin, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, there is no Xanarkand anymore. Sin destroyed it 1,000 years ago. So no one plays blitzball there.
Huh? What do you mean, 1,000 years ago? But I saw Sin attack Xanarkin. You're saying that happened 1,000 years ago? No way!
You said... You play blitzball?
Uh-huh.
You know, you should go to Luca. Someone might know who you are, or you might find someone you recognize.
Luca?
Ah.
Huh.
Okay, leave it to me. I'll get you to Luca. Promise. You'd rather stay here?
Uh-uh.
Okay, I'll go tell the others. Wait here. Oh. And one thing. Don't tell anyone you're from Xanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's a holy place. You might upset someone.
Oh, uh-huh. My Xanarkand? Some kind of holy place? Yeah, right, I thought. Since when? Yevon? Sin? Luca? I thought Sin just took me to a faraway place, that I could go back in a day or two. But 1,000 years into the future? No way! Whoa!
My expectations were subverted. Exactly! This game is already making you confuzzled. And I just keep rolling. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Sin is come.
Whoa! Wow!
Well, that kid's dead. So, hey, Riku, what did you want to tell us about? Oh, guess there's no point now, is there? Nope, time to get a new main character, kids. I'm kidding. Face down in a body of water. Better than face down in a ditch, I guess.
Riku! Blitzball!
Hey, you okay?
Hey!
Oh. Nice, got a new follower. That's cool. And a new friend request. Huh. I wonder who that's from.
Yo,
Weird.
hiya.
You wanna try that move one more time?
Finally. Things were starting to look up.
Guy's got side character written all over him. Then I guess you'll be surprised.
You know, amateur. Who you play for?
The Xanarkin Abes.
What team you say again?
I meant, forget that. I got too, close to Sin, and my head's all foggy like. So, I don't know where this place is. Or even where I came from.
Sin's toxin got to you. But you're still alive. Praise be to Yevon. All right, back to practice. I'm Waka, coach and captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother. What, you hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
Okay, Waka, let's go.
I felt like I could trust this Waka, so I just had to ask. It's true Xanarkin was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the
Oi,
machina
that's
do
like a
the
person
work.
in the
And then,
chat.
well,
You mind
take a
saying
look.
anything?
Sin
I don't
came
mind
and
lurkers, but
destroyed the
I just like
machina
having
cities. And Xanarkin
you know.
along with them.
the knowledge of people.
Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, sins are punishment for letting things get out of hand. What gets me, though, is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when. Of course, we must always repent for our sins. That's important.
like
It's
a
just
lot in
that
this direction.
it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
But you from the Xanarkin Daves, that was a good one, huh? Hey, I'm not saying the team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that be pretty soft, eh?
I appreciated the fact that Waka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now, I just live life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better. Maybe.
Maybe. Alright. Alright, so first we're going to get secret number 1. This is really obscure and you'll only notice it if you look at the map, because most maps do not look this open unless they truly are. And believe it or not, it really is. You can see here. Actually go out almost this entire thing that's showing right here. Almost. It does cut off and you do not get to go to that other lump. But if you go forward here, there's a single chest. And that right there is an extremely late endgame item. Of course you can't use it right now, but trying to find that if you don't get it early on is so annoying. My very first playthrough of this game, wanna know how I found that? This. I just ran across the walls on every single area in the entire game.
Hey, it's this way!
And eventually I just kind of ran into it. That's how I found most of the secrets, I just kept hugging the wall.
Huh?
Oof. Oh, he's dead.
What's the big idea?
And here's character that can swim number 3. Waka. Waka Waka. This is also the second area in the game where you actually get into random encounters. The first is that water area, but only for an extremely small amount of time. Oh, and this game also gets a lot of criticism because Walker uses a blitz ball as a weapon. A blitz ball. This is a world where magic, swords, and spears all exist at once. And Walker's like, I got this ball here, let's use this. Nothing can go wrong. So Walker in general does a little bit less damage than Tidus, but he has higher HP and a higher accuracy stat, so he's pretty good at hitting his target right on. He's meant to be the sharpshooter. And yes, that's Walker in general. I'ma beat you in the face with a ball till you die. This is another area in the game you only ever come to once. And yes, you can get randomly ambushed by enemies. And this just makes sure that they attack first, regardless of what your speed stat is. When it comes to these fish, all you have to remember is that they do damage based on how many fish are inside a swarm. So the fish that's only one by itself is really not a threat, while the fish that's 3 can do damage. This goes for a lot of smaller enemies, they tend to swarm up. Speed mana, item again, potion, dribbly. Two antidotes. Nothing special, but it saves you money later on. This game seamlessly transitions between underwater and overwater, so it looks nice. Also, biggest mistake you can possibly make in this game. Whatever you do, don't go and flee from every single random encounter. It's tempting, I know, but don't. You will fuck yourself. That was my biggest mistake my first playthrough. Yeah, I was just like, I've already fought this enemy before. Moving on. Shouldn't have done that. Really shouldn't have done that. Got stuck so many times because of it.
Let me go!
Got a favor to ask you.
You want me on your team, right?
Hmm? A major Blitz tournament's coming up. All the teams in Spira will be there. It's so huge, I'm sure someone there will recognize you. Then, you can go back to your old team, right? It'll be fun. What do you say, huh? Come on, come on!
Sure thing.
Dude, our team is gonna rock, eh?
I thought then that Blitzball and Sin were the only two things that Spira and Xanarkand had in common. I wasn't too far off either.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5. I joined the Aurochs at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years, and we never won a game. Well, after last year's tournament, I quit. Time seemed right.
You'll see a lot of that in this game.
So, after quitting, I got this new job, yeah? But every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
10 years without a single win will do that.
My first match last year was my big chance. But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Nice excuse.
Hey, hey!
So, you want to win the next tournament? Go out with a bang. So, what's our goal?
I don't care how we do. As long as we play our best. If we give it our all, I can walk away happy.
No. If I say, what's our goal? You say, victory! When you play in a Blitzball tournament, you play to win.
Victory? You're serious?
I actually really do like Blitzball in this game. This gets a little, annoying later on.
The one from the sea.
Be on guard. There are fiends on the road today.
After surviving your run-in with Sin, it would be a shame if something happened now.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Huh? Crews of what?
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Cool. In return, come tournament time, I'll make sure we take the cup.
Cool. About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in a village.
Funny thing is, in order to get his ultimate weapon, you have to be good at Blitzball.
Take a look
and
around
that's
first.
the only ultimate weapon I never got.
Let's see. The Crusaders' lodge is over yonder. Luzu and Gata are usually there.
No, that's not exactly right. I'm pretty sure I got it, I just never was able to upgrade it.
Over here.
Huh? What's up?
You just have to do so many Blitzball
You
matches.
do remember the prayer, right?
Of course I'd never prayed before in my life. Not that he would know that.
You must have forgot or something. Here, I'll show you. Go ahead, you try. Not bad. Okay, now, go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the blitzball sign for victory.
Okay. So you went straight to the temple. Ask around a bit.
It was then, standing in that place, I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
Ten years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Oh, what's a High Summoner? I got too close to...
I mean, it's a pretty useful excuse. Whenever you say something
It was funny
stupid.
hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The Summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become Summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
No. That's awesome. Okay. So, if I remember that correctly, all I have to do now is go back to Walker's place. Oh, and there should be a chest over here, I think. Oh, a few. Sweet. Nope. Alright, I need to talk to the dog. Is it this one? No, it's this one. Potion, and we'll be fine. Here it is.
Sorry, man. No time for lunch. Take a nap.
Yep. Bleh.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been nearly.
Nip him.
But it's been nearly.
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so? But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
Ah, Titus. The only kid that has father problems and isn't extremely
Waka?
edgy. Who would have thought? It's a miracle. Alright, time for the first temple. Now we can have some fun.
Is something wrong?
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
No, seriously.
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
It's so rare to have somebody have daddy problems and
There's
not
a
be an
room in there
Edgevoid.
called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
So
I
someone is in
remember,
there
jack
somewhere
shit.
and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
The precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care.
Like I care.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
Great job, dumbass! You just destroyed an entire religion. Alright. Okay, so how these trials work is each time you get a summon, you have to go through one of these temples. And these temples are filled with puzzles, and all of these puzzles revolve around spears of the same name as the temple. For example, these will be Besaid spears. So, come here. And this explains what the spears do. Life spears open a way. Destruction spears give you treasure. And the Besaid spears, which are the unique spears of whatever there is. So basically, Glyph spears are in every single temple for puzzles, and then the unique spear does something unique for that temple. And then there's a destruction spear in every single temple as well for treasure. As you see here, it will give you your very first Glyph spear. Even though you only have two hands, you can only carry one at a time, so you do have to transition between. Inside spear. Can I take it out? I think I can. There. And this is the destruction sphere. Which actually goes here, if I can remember. Yeah, no. Our symbols. Ah, here it is. Put this back. It's cool because it always shows whatever the symbol of the spear is on top of the wall. Take out the Sage Spear. The first temple's really simple. All it is a game of put this here, put this there. So, temple's basically already done. All you have to do is push the thing forward, and I'm pretty sure you're done with it. However, if you run back and grab the destruction spear that you grabbed earlier, then you place it inside of the control room. Boom. And just so you know, this is how all of the destruction spears work. They always destroy something. And this is the rod that I remember getting. Now all we have to do is push the second one. Also, just so you know, this game was made for the directional pad of the PS2, so it's not exactly built for the control stick, so that's why I'll walk around in circles.
Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian?
Walk and just be like, ah, god damn it, why do I gotta explain every little thing?
Whoa, ah!
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them. The Guardian's in there now. One of them's got a sure fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we've come this far, might as well go all the way.
What are you doing here? Didn't think we'd be able to handle it?
No, it's just... See, I told you she gets mad easy.
Is the summoner all right?
Who are you?
That's what she said.
become a summoner.
Man, was I surprised. And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
I'm glad she did the thing and didn't F it up. Huh, I remember there being a chest in one of these. Weird.
Hey, over here!
Alright. Now we get to see our first summon. Just watch this, it's amazing.
Wait till you see this!
I can't see anything!
Ready?
Okay.
I had never seen anything like it in my life. Sure, it was a little scary, but still, I could feel a strange kind of gentleness coming from it.
She's petting you like a puppy. I already know what I'm gonna call it. Well, that is if I can remember how to spell. Yeah. We're gonna have to get rid of one of the ends. There we go.
I remember, that night, we talked for the first time. I didn't know it then, but after that night, everything changed. For everyone.
When the...
let me introduce you to the team. This guy here wants into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team. His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
Hi guys. So what's our goal?
To do our best! Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team, to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh?
Easy, huh?
Victory!
Victory! Victory! Victory! Victory! Victory! Victory! Victory! Victory! Victory! Victory! Yeah!
It's just something I do with like every single first summon I get inside of a game or monster or anything. I always name them something inspirational. I know it's really cheesy, something like Hope or something like that. And since I'm, you know, just starting the game since so long, I decided to, well, call it beginning.
You heathen!
Stay away from the summoner!
You're a bad man!
Lady Yuna, be careful.
But it was really my fault to begin with.
Oh.
I'm Yuna.
Poor man.
Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to... Guess I kinda overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
You can tell me all about Xanarkand.
She's cute, yeah? Then we're cool.
Hey, but what if she, like, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen. If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
It's small choices like that that actually have a purpose. It's just not said, obviously.
Good. Sleep tight.
I think I might name one of the summons Victory. LOL, this guy. So, what if she, like, comes on to me? That's not gonna happen. This is actually one of very few flashbacks you actually get to control. However, interestingly, if you try to leave... Flashback says, fuck you. And regardless of what you do, if you go too far out of the map, it'll just restart you. But here's the funny fact. Now we get to see inside Titus's brain. Watch this.
Where's that boat?
Everyone will find us if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me to Xanarkand?
Hey! You said you'd go with me!
Oh, hey,
I thought Waka told you not to get any ideas.
He did?
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming! You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball! Oh, what's the matter? Gonna cry again? Cry, cry. That's the only thing you're good for.
I hate you.
Huh? What'd you say?
You have to speak loudly.
I hate you!
Huh?
That's the spirit.
You can do it.
I hate you!
He's dead, okay? Dead. He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Yeah, but he needed our help.
Excuses again?
Yeah, but...
That's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
My little brother, Chapu. He looked like you.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
I became a guardian to fight Sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full-time. I know it kinda looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Don't worry. I mean, I owe you a lot. You really helped me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
Stop. You're embarrassing me. Hey, sleepyhead. Something I want to give you.
Whoa! You're giving this to me?
Yeah, use it well.
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
Well, he never used it. Where's Yuna?
We're taking the same boat as Yuna, right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together.
You really don't need all that luggage.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
Okay, off we go. Here comes one now. Hey, why don't you try out that sword I gave you?
No problem.
Not too shabby. You kept up with him pretty well. Might make a good guardian someday. A flyer. My kind of customer. Looks like trouble.
Ha! Watch this! Ha!
Told ya, only magic can beat that thing. If you can't beat them down, you gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Magic? Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean. Lou, you're up.
Clueless, aren't you? Good thing I'm here. Spells of ice work well against fire fiends, and ice fiends are weak against fire magic. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means... Take your time.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
Are you ready?
What's going on?
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chappu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat. That should do it. That's enough.
What's with that guy?
Kimari Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the Fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kimari doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
Huh. Flyer! That's your department, right?
True. But, why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of? Your first real battle. Let's see some style.
Show us what your training has taught you, Yuna. Okay.
I just realized I've been muted and I've been talking to you. Like I was saying that there's a save spear next to a boat recently, and that there's only going to be a few more battles, and I was asking you which one you wanted me to use, and Jesus Christ, I've been muted for way too long. You still there? I was even explaining that Kamari, even though he has a Dragoon-styled move that's just his overdrive, he doesn't actually go more farther into the Dragoon tree. I was trying to explain so damn much, god damn it! Anyways, which one do you want to see? Energy Blast or Energy Ray? The chat takes way too long. Alright, okay. This is the base one, not the fancy one. But still pretty cool. Not bad, eh? And we just got the bright armband, so let's equip the Delaka. There you go. Oh yeah.
Another one of those. No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say good night, Birdie.
The unique thing about Wakka, besides his high accuracy, is that his attacks all have status effects for his special attacks. For example, Dark Attack making it to where your opponent has a higher chance of missing. Yes, blindness. Of course, in this game it's called darkness. It doesn't take too long for him to learn silence as well. Okay, so basically, yes, seeing as how he does it. Cheer is a really underrated ability, even though you get it pretty early on. Power Spear and a Bright Shield. Let's go ahead and creep the Bright Shield. It goes on to Quibbly. That's a Bright Shield. Alright, now this is one of each to show off the characters. And the way to know if you're leveled properly, if you are one-shotting the basic minions that are correct for your character, for example, Lulu is destroying her opponents with a single spell, then that means you're you're well leveled. If you're overkilling all of the enemies with the correct character, that means you're slightly overleveled. And if you are taking multiple attacks, like more than 2, for the character that's built to kill them, then that means you need to do some power leveling. You are fucked. It's like, did I jump back? Go ahead and save. And that's it for there. So as I was saying, you want to continue this tomorrow? 5 my time, or 6, probably. I don't know what time it is for you. Does the Magic Caster have a Mog doll? Yes, she has a Moogle doll. And that's how all of her weapons go. She uses different kinds of dolls. Alright, thank you. I'll try to, start this up tomorrow. I'm gonna do some leveling and then call it a day. Here it is. Equip, Lulu. Here it is. Moogle doll. Like this Moogle. No problem. Oh, that's a good. What is this? Extract mana. Yeah, let's grab the extract mana. Good night, man.